Good morning, good morning, good morning. It's your boy, the real E-Leezy. How y'all doing? It's Thursday. You know what I'm saying? We almost there. We're almost there. So, just keep pushing, hang in there. You know what I'm saying? And let's finish out this week strong. And we're going to do it like that. Salute to all my people. You feel me? And God bless everybody. But you already know. You already know what it is. You already know what it is. Hit them thumbs up. You know what I'm saying? Like the content, share the content, subscribe to the content, to the channel. So, hey, a lot of people mad right now. But when I be saying stuff, everybody think that I just be coming from hate and all these different things y'all just make up in y'all head, bro. What the hell I'm talking about? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this stuff is, I'm diabolical with, you know what I'm saying, how I analyze and break the game down from just being detailed. Like, it's not a coincidence that Luka fouled out of the game because Luka cannot guard anybody. He'll play a defense initially for the first, 5 seconds of a set, and then after that, it's like teams get whatever they want because he's not going to give multiple efforts. He's not going to slide his feet. He's not going to, you know what I'm saying, play without reaching. And that's exactly what you're seeing. Good morning, A. Salute. And that's exactly what you seen yesterday. He fouled out of the game. You know what I'm saying? Some would say that, the whistle wasn't really that favorable for Dallas, but then I've seen a lot of plays where the whistle was actually favorable for Dallas. Because Jason Tatum got fouled like 5-6 times going to the basket, and they didn't call anything. That could have been essentially free throws, which would have pushed the lead to beyond 20, and now that comeback wouldn't have looked like a great comeback. Like, you know what I'm saying? But nonetheless, like I told everybody, Dallas is a resilient bunch. They came back and they had an opportunity to win the game. They just didn't make enough plays down the stretch. Even with Luka fouling out of the game, I didn't think that hurt them like that. What's good with my people, man? Timothy, what's happening with it? You already know. They just didn't make enough plays. You know what I'm saying? Kyrie was short on one of his shots that would cut the lead to 1. PJ Washington had opportunities. I think he missed a free throw here and there. You know what I'm saying? I mean, of course the role players played a little bit better, but Jason Kidd is searching. Jason Kidd is being out. And guess what, you guys? Now that I look at Joe Mazzulla, when I listen to Joe Mazzulla talk, Joe Mazzulla is actually smarter than what everybody really gives him credit for. And it's a reason why Joe Mazzulla is in this position. This is Joe Mazzulla's second year. His first year, he went to a conference finals in which he was one game away from taking that Boston Celtics team to back-to-back NBA finals. You know what I'm saying? So this is 2 finals appearances in 3 years for the Boston Celtics. That's a lot of experience. And then Joe Mazzulla knows exactly how to play and manage the game down the stretch of a game when it comes to calling timeouts, when it comes to execution, when it comes to, just small stuff. Like, I'm not going to let them get the 3 off. Derek White tried to foul Kyrie Irving, and they still allowed Kyrie Irving to get the shot off. And I'm like, bro, he's taking a foul on purpose to put them at the line. They're not going to let them shoot a three-pointer. That's smart basketball. See, a lot of teams don't elect to foul in those type of situations. Like, it's give or take depending on the situation, depending on time and the score. You know what I'm saying? For every game, every team, it might be different. But in that situation, I like that he made that call. No. They asked him, are we going to let him shoot? And Joe Mazzulla clearly shook his head and said, no, they're fouling. And that's, now you want to play the free throw game because you put the pressure back on, you know what I'm saying, the opposing team to knock down pressure free throws, you know what I'm saying, to bridge the gap or to keep that lead, you know what I'm saying, or to keep that score close to give them a chance just in case Boston was to go down and miss their free throws. Now it's just like, well, I made my free throws, so now we still got action if we hit another three or whatever. So I like that decision by Joe Mazzulla. And guess what, you guys? Jason Kidd, like I told y'all in that first game to open up the finals of the national anthem, he looked a little nervous and rattled. Like, and we're talking about Jason Kidd. You know what I'm saying? Bay Area's finest, baby. You feel me? But I didn't like what I seen from him. And Joe Mazzulla looked at calm and poised. And just like his team, they're calm and poised. They were down big yesterday, down 13. They got down early yesterday, and they battled back. Boston, like they normally do, battles back. And that makes Boston 8-0 on the road. Or 7-0 on the road. Boston is now 7-0 on the road in the playoffs. If this isn't a dominant performance, this is indicative of what we've seen in the regular season. Boston was the best team in the whole entire NBA season and the most consistent. You didn't see them go through spells and stretches where they didn't play good. Even when they sat some of their best players, they still played exceptionally well. You know what I'm saying? To give themselves chances to win ball games. They might not have had to blow people out like they were doing early on in the season. You know what I'm saying? But they pulled out close wins. That means you're battle tested, bro. Sam Hauser hit 3 huge threes. Peyton Pritchard's defense and energy was exceptionally well. Drew Holiday does what he does. You know what I'm saying? Jaylen Brown is come on. We need to put some more respect on Jaylen Brown. In my opinion, actually, let me give Al Horford some love first. Al Horford, you know what I'm saying? Huge. Making shots, grabbing rebounds, playing defense, switching out on Luka and Kyrie and taking the challenge to guard them one-on-one. Something that Cat, you know what I'm saying, Chet, and motherfucking Rudy Gobert could not do. You know what I'm saying? And I told y'all that those two guys, Drew Holiday, Al Horford, was going to be the X factors. But at the end of the day, they still have to close the deal. But can we talk about... Oh, let me give Taylor, before I get into the Jaylen Brown take. Jason Tatum showed up and showed out last night. I thought that he took a lot more threes because I guess he was just comfortable with the way he was playing. He said, let me see if I can get into my step back or my side step and knock a couple of these down. He knocked some down, 4, but he took about 13 or whatever. And that right there, I do not like Jason Tatum shooting that many shots from the 3. I think Jason Tatum is big enough, strong enough, you know what I'm saying, and has a good enough jump shot to where he can get into the mid-range game, post up or drive the basketball a little bit more and put a little bit more pressure on the opposing team's defense and their front court. You know what I'm saying? He has the size advantage over Luka. He has the size advantage over everybody that's guarding him. There's nobody that can match up with Tatum. So when he takes those threes, he's essentially bailing the defense out. And I would like him to play a little bit more downhill. Because when Jason Tatum drives that basketball to the basket, Boston gets something good every time. Whether it's a kick out for a wide open 3, or whether it's a kick out on a hockey assist for on an extra pass for a wide open 3, Whether it's a layup or a dunk, whether it's a floater, you know what I'm saying? He's gonna get something good. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I see that. But now let's move on to my guy. Oh, Derek White. Hold on. Derek White has been huge, knocking down threes. His energy, playing defense, his leadership, his poise, his experience is showing. You know what I'm saying? And these guys really deserve this, man. Boston Celtics deserve this. They're trying to hang banner number 18. And then guess what? The Lakers need to figure out what they're going to do, because if Boston hangs banner number 18, that puts all the pressure back on the Lakers to match them. Because, you know, Boston and the Lakers neck and neck to, you know what I'm saying, to fight for the NBA's supremacy. Who's the best team in the NBA history? Who's the best franchise? Like, you know what I'm saying? So we got to pay attention to that. So, but I like that. You know, I like that. Excuse me. But let's get to Jaylen Brown, y'all. Mr. $300 million man. Everybody gave him hell. Everybody was talking about how Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, they don't have no motherfucking left hand. They fold in big time moments. All of these different things. All of these narratives that were spewed out because you get emotional, because you don't really look at the game and break it down from a logical standpoint. But it's just like, oh man, I don't like them, man. I don't like them. No, don't do that. Jaylen Brown is one of the best players in the whole damn league. And it's not even close. Jaylen Brown's ability to defend at a high level, and then also the way he expanded his game, you know what I'm saying? You cannot say that Jaylen Brown isn't one of the best players in the league. They're not going to give a guy and invest $300 and some million in a guy and then say, oh, we're going to let you walk and trade you. He's the highest paid player in NBA history, the highest paid contract. You know what I'm saying? The highest paid contract in NBA history. You think they just gonna let that kind of guy get the hell up out of there? They're not gonna give a guy that kind of money if they don't feel like he's a baller. You feel me? So people need to really understand what's really going on. And then his performances, you know, is just crazy. His ability to make shots, like difficult shots, hanging in the air and shooting those floaters, he is clutch, and he's played well in both of his finals appearances, and he's probably going to end up winning this finals MVP if they go on to close this series out. He's probably going to go on to win finals MVP if he closes this series out. Make sure y'all hit them thumbs up for me one time. That's all I ask you. Jaylen Brown, here go the take that I wanted to get into. Jaylen Brown, in my opinion, is a better Jimmy Butler. And what I mean by better Jimmy Butler, Jaylen Brown's handle is better than Jimmy Butler's. Jaylen Brown's athleticism is better than Jimmy Butler's. Jaylen Brown's jump shot is better than Jimmy Butler's. And Jaylen Brown it's just a pure Jimmy Butler with handles in a better jump shot. The only thing I would say Jimmy Butler has over the only thing I would say Jimmy Butler has over Jaylen Brown, I think Jimmy Butler's defense is a little better. And I think that Jimmy Butler's playmaking, I would say, is a little better than Jaylen Brown. But essentially, we're looking at Jimmy Butler with handles and a jumper. That's it. That's what we're looking at. In this series, hey, Dallas on the brink of elimination, bro. And you know what was so funny in the post-game interview? That boy Jaylen Brown said it was a vintage performance by Kyrie Irving. It just wasn't enough. I thought that shit was hella funny. Why would he gave Kyrie praise and then kind of said, yeah, he did. He did what he did, but it didn't have really no impact on the outcome of the game. And you know what's so funny? They are gonna light, and I told y'all it's all media driven, all this shit. Everything. It's all media driven. Excuse me. They can't wait. The media cannot wait for Kyrie to lose this game or lose this finals. Because they're going to look at Kyrie and be like, Kyrie, you think? Well, I guarantee you one of the reporters asked Kyrie, do you think it was a little too late for you to play well in the series? They're going to ask Kyrie. And Kyrie's going to be like, what? What the fuck? It's gonna like make Kyrie mad. And he's gonna give one of his, you know what I'm saying? He's gonna give one of his Kyrie-like responses. And then they're just gonna the media is gonna go in a frenzy. They're gonna talk about how Kyrie could not beat Boston, could not guard nobody, and he didn't play well in those first 2 games in Boston. I knew he was gonna play well at home. The energy is different. He's more comfortable. But when you got to go on a road and play with that type of crowd in Boston, it's tough. You know what I'm saying? You're concerned about, is your family being heckled? You're concerned by a lot of different things. That's why you think he had to bring Sage to the damn game in an arena to get the evil spirits and energy out the arena? Come on, bro. Who brings Sage to a game before the damn game? That's how you know he's impacted by that type of atmosphere in a city and state like Massachusetts and Boston. Just think about what they had to go through back in the day, you know what I'm saying, in that same town, same city, same state. And then fast forward to now, not too much change. Boston, they love you when you're playing for them. You know what I'm saying? And even some of the times they hate you if you're playing for them. Just because who you are and what you stand for. You feel what I'm saying? So let's keep it up, because you know hate is taught. You just don't you're just not born and say, oh, fuck you, I hate you. N-word. I hate you, nigga. That's not taught, that's taught. So people need to really understand that. But this series is essentially over. And we can look forward to the Olympics and let these players move on to the Olympics. If one of these players aren't able to go in one of these Olympic games, then I think they might, you know what I'm saying, they might add Kyrie to the Olympics and represent their country. But they want people that's pushing certain agendas to represent their country. They're not just going to let anybody represent the United States and your beliefs, you know what I'm saying, and the things that you partake in and how you think. They're not going to put you on a USA team and let you represent the country. Because it's all about pushing agendas in this country. That's all it is. This country is one big ass agenda. One big ass agenda arena. That's it. Everything is agenda based. Create narratives. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, politics is all about money. I need to get the people to believe a certain thing in order for me to gain their support and their trust. So I'm going to lie to them. That's just how this shit is run. It's ran so corruptly and crookedly that you would never know you would never be able to tell the difference from the truth. And that's why I be trying to give y'all the game on a lot of this stuff, bro. This shit is all bad. Hit them thumbs up. The real T, man, salute. I told y'all, bro, all y'all Dallas fans can be mad. But don't be mad at the messenger, bro. I'm just the messenger. I just be trying to give you a little bit of game so y'all can make the right judgment on how you approach any of y'all talking points and all of this stuff. Because I already knew Dallas shouldn't even be in this position, but it's good for the ratings and it's good for, you know what I'm saying, the talking points and everything. And everything that the commentators were saying yesterday, it was all driven around Luka. Everything was Luka. Even when Luka got a bad call or whatever, they were saying, oh, Luka. It's just like they glaze Luka just like they glaze LeBron James. And I'm like, bro, y'all just think that Luka is perfect and can't do no wrong. But then when I heard J.J. Redick talk, J.J. Redick was actually keeping it real. J.J. Redick said, nah, I thought both of them were fouls. Definitely. It was close, but I still think that they were fouls. And then the other whistle man was like, no, I don't know, he got a bad whistle on that one. No. I'm like, damn, bro, you think Luka can't do nothing wrong? Dude cannot run up and down the court with people. He cannot play defense for an entire shot clock. Like, they don't fast break. Y'all know that, right? The only time that the Mavericks actually fast break for real, is when they throw outlet passes. Luka doesn't push that ball up the court when they get that ball in transition. He's gonna methodically slow that damn ball up and dribble up the court. So y'all need to just pay attention to this stuff, bro. Luka is like, he sort of kills the energy of the squad, bro. You got PJ Washington and Derek Lively and Derrick Jones Jr. Those guys get out and run, and Daniel Gafford. Those guys like to get out in the open court and get easy transition buckets. So why are you walking the damn ball up the court? And all they're going to do is say, watch, as soon as Luka and Dallas lose this finals, the narrative is going to be, oh, Luka didn't have enough help. Same thing they did with LeBron James. Oh, LeBron didn't have no help. We need to get another superstar over there to help Kyrie or help Luka. And just totally disregard everything that Kyrie has done thus far in his stint with Dallas Mavericks. But it's a wrap, bro. I'm telling y'all. Boston is just a better team, bro, with better players. And it's showing. It's showing. They're more prepared. This is how I know Jason Kidd's rattled. He played Tim Hardaway Jr. Come on, bro. You're just throwing anybody in the game now. Tim Hardaway Jr. got all them DNPs and ain't played in damn near what? Hella long. He ain't played in hella long, and then all of a sudden you want to play Tim Hardaway Jr. Don't even make no damn sense. Tim Hardaway Jr. at this juncture in the series is not going to be able to provide a spark off that bench because his confidence is shot. You haven't been playing him. You didn't rely on Tim Hardaway Jr. throughout the whole season and the first couple rounds of the playoffs, and now all of a sudden Tim Hardaway Jr. can't get on the court, and you expect to put him out there and tell him to make shots? I understand about professionals being ready. You know what I'm saying? Staying ready so you have to get ready. But at the end of the day, let's just keep it a buck. You feel me? Let's just keep it a buck. Tim Hardaway Jr., he is not playing with the same confidence that we've seen him play with throughout his career. Because when the coach gives up on you and saying, you know what, we're going to go with this guy over you, and you feel like you're better than that guy, that can either do one or two things. It can motivate you to show them why you should be on the floor in certain situations, or it can shoot your confidence and put you in a funky space to where you're doubting your abilities now. You know what I'm saying? And then it can put you in a space to where in a locker room you can kind of be standoffish. You can kind of be a little bit, you know what I'm saying, isolated from the team. All of those different things can happen. And that's why we need to really pay attention to this stuff. You know what I'm saying? Jason Kidd, this is normally how Jason Kidd, his tenures work. He gives you that first year or two, that first year is really good, then it tails off. The second year is okay, and then that third year it be trash cans, and then they ultimately, you know what I'm saying, and find another coach. So we're gonna see what happens with that if Mark Cuban can trust, you know what I'm saying, Jason Kidd. We know Jason Kidd's IQ and, you know what I'm saying, his basketball savvy. But at the end of the day, coaching is a little bit different, you know what I'm saying, than playing. It's a little bit different than analyzing the game from afar. But now when you're the head guy, you have to be able to draw plays up. You have to be able to command the attention of your team. And you have to be able to lead a whole bunch of different personalities and egos in order to achieve, you know what I'm saying, a certain level of success. And to keep a damn job. So you got to pay attention to that. Let's see what y'all talking about this morning. Salute to y'all, though. But, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Hopefully Dallas can get a couple games, though. They should be able to respond. Let's see. Hey, Heron. Salute. Halloween. I was wrong about Dallas beating Boston. Yeah, everybody seemed like they was wrong about that take, Tim. Steph and his dad podcast starts today. Yep. Gonna check that out. You know what I'm saying? We're going to check that out and see what they're talking about. I think that Steph and Dell Curry are stealing a page out of Mark Jackson and Mark Jackson Jr. I think they're stealing a page out of their book. So we'll see. Hashtag Halloween. Salute to Jaden Hardy, Detroit native. Salute to Jaden Hardy, bro. You know what I'm saying? Getting an opportunity to play in his first NBA Finals. That's pretty big for him. And Tillman, former Spartan, and Tim Hardaway Jr., former Wolverine. Yep. Salute to Xavier Tillman, who got some spot minutes yesterday. So that was big. I'm disappointed in my Mavs, man. Yeah, you should be, bro. Already give up. I don't care if we win one game. Come on, G242. What you doing, bro? Salute to Boston. Though, great series, the better team won. Yeah, I try to tell y'all that. Jaylen Brown, a great bum. He say Jaylen Brown, a great bum. Jaylen Brown is that dude, I'm telling y'all, man. He's saving the Celtics. He damn near saved the Celtics against the Warriors. He was their best player. We couldn't guard Jaylen Brown at all. Salute. You should have known Boston was going to win. Man, yeah, I already knew Boston was going to win. When they said no Kristaps Porzingis, and then Dallas became the favorites, I said, oh, this is an easy win for Boston. I said, y'all don't even know what the hell y'all about to get yourself into. You got to understand how this betting shit works. You know what I'm saying? I'm ready to rebuild. Luka, Kyrie, and Jason Kidd got to go. Damn. All of those players got to go? Those are your best fucking players. And the head coach. Oh, this man hurt. Yeah. The viewership already down. Hey, guess what? If the viewership already down, they can't wait to get into the summer league. You know what I'm saying? For real. It says we already made so much trade for Luka. He is the white LeBron. Yeah. Mavs play too much ISO ball. I've been telling y'all that. Nigga, that dribble one-on-one shit don't work. You better use your motherfucking role players. You see how Boston, they move the ball. Period. They make extra pass here and there. Kyrie and what's the name? Just dribble, go one-on-one. ISO. Everything at ISO. Nigga, you can't sustain that. You're not making the defense work. That's why Indiana's style of play, Indiana was suited to beat Boston. They were just young and they didn't play no D like that. They couldn't get timely stops when they needed them. But Indiana, Derek White told you that Indiana is tough because of the way they move the ball and the way they play. People need to understand that. The way they move the ball and the way they play. Period, point blank. Nate Shepard, salute to you. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already subscribed. Like the content. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate you. They will extend this series for sure. The viewership is already down. It's down because the NBA is full of shit. That's the problem. The NBA, it's not a good product on the court. You got a lot of low managing in the playoffs. From one game to the next, you don't know who's going to play. You know what I'm saying? The referees still out here controlling the games and dictating the games. The players are not playing, you know what I'm saying, to their full capabilities every night. It's a lot of stuff going on with the NBA. You know what I'm saying? And they're starting, and viewers and fans are starting to lose interest. You know what I mean? They're starting to lose interest. And not having LeBron James and Steph Curry into the finals, it's tough. You know what I'm saying? On the league as far as their viewership. But those guys are older now and they don't have the type of teams to compete for championships anymore. So the ratings are going to be like this. It just depends on who they want to fall in love with, who's marketable and who's not. Luka and Kyrie aren't really marketable like that because they're not really that charismatic with the media. You see what I'm saying? So people need to really understand that too. They're not really charismatic with the media. You have to have somebody that's entertaining when you get them in front of a microphone, not dull and boring, because the NBA is really based off of the media. Like, the media really creates the narratives and creates this monster that we call, you know what I'm saying, the NBA, Walt Disney. So you gotta make stuff entertaining. And that's the thing. It's like, and that's why I say all of the shit is scripted and have storylines like the WWE. That's why I always made that correlation between WWE and the NBA, because it's pretty similar. Like, it's not no real competition anymore. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's what's gonna sell the game, is the competition. You know what I'm saying? Being like, he up in him. Oh, he ain't let him score. Oh, he talking trash to him. That's what's going to sell the game. Not this new basketball where you just play, ole! You play that kind of defense and just let people go right by you and get to the rim or whatever. That's not marketable. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's not defense. So, J Kidd is the main problem. Salute, Jay. J Kidd is the main problem in this series. As I have said since we knew about who was playing finals, Celtics have counters versus Mavs. The Celtics have counters versus Mavs because their whole team are experienced and can create shots. At least everybody that's in their starting lineup, from the Derek White all the way to Al Horford, you can create shots. They posted up Al Horford on Kyrie Irving, and you thought that Al Horford was going to look to score. He was so patient. They spreaded the court out, and then I seen Jaylen Brown was guarded, and Luka was kind of like in like a tweener. He was like in between, like, you know what I'm saying, the 3-point line and the paint. And Jaylen Brown just simply cut right behind Luka's head. That, when I say Luka doesn't play defense, he's not gonna play weak side. You see how he just leaves his man wide open, and the man gets an easy cut to the basket? Al Horford just made the simple pass to Jaylen Brown on the cut for a layup. That's the type of experience that I'm talking about. See, Al Horford could have easily just did barbecue chicken and went. You know what I'm saying? He was patient. He found a player. He made the correct pass, and you get a layup out of that. That's basketball. Luka hella weak, cuz I've been telling you. Yeah. Mavs been blowing leads since Carlisle. It's what they do, yeah. I be trying to tell y'all, bro, y'all need to start understanding stuff about this, about these people, man. You feel me? Salute to my Bay Area brethren, man. Freddie G, you up early this morning. Cuddy, what's happening with you? Boy. No cap. Y'all, no cap. Y'all was last grade finals, E, when y'all played to say, yeah, that was the last grade finals with Steph Curry and them up in it. That was a good finals right there. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of different storylines. And just think. Boston went to the finals with Robert Williams, Marcus Smart, Defensive Player of the Year that year, and Grant Williams. They don't have those three players. You know what I'm saying? So you got to understand what's really going on. They got Derek White. Was Derek White on that team? on that finals team? Derek White was on that finals team, right, y'all? In 2022? Celtics? Think so. So, hey, it's tough sleddings, man. But I think the NBA wants to get this finals over with because the quicker the better that they can transition to now. Okay, let's transition to the Lakers. Let's transition to LeBron and Bronny James and focus on the summer league. See, the summer league. Have y'all paid attention to the little series that comes on NBA TV? It's called 20 Years of NBA Stories. It's called 20 Years of NBA Stories. 20 years, the 20-year anniversary. So what it is, they highlighted the summer league, and they were specifically looking at the summer league when Blake Griffin was drafted. That the NBA and its personnel, bro, all of this shit is made up. I'm sitting there watching this, and it was like, yeah, we're gonna make Blake Griffin a star. We're gonna pump him up. They was saying this, and I'm like, wow. And then they had like the executive, and they were interviewing the executive members and stuff. Go watch the NBA Stories 20-year anniversary. I want y'all to watch that and how they were talking on there. And they were trying to pump up these players in the summer league. You know what I'm saying? And when Zion Williamson got drafted, they were saying, yeah, we just create these stories and then we pump these players up to create superstars. I was like, I told you, and this is stuff that I already knew, but it's shocking to see it exposed because everything is being exposed now. I was like, wow. I was like, wow. I say, bro, these players are created players. They pump up certain guys. Because I thought Blake Griffin was okay, but Blake Griffin wasn't really, in my opinion, bro, Blake Griffin was just super athletic. I didn't think that he was super big like that to where you can really market him in a situation to where he can become the face. But they were pumping him up like he was. And I'm like, bro, Blake Griffin is trash. He don't have no post game. He just super athletic. He started making that little jumper like later on in his career, but it wasn't nothing consistent like Karl Malone. Like, you know what I'm saying? I was like, bro, y'all, and Blake Griffin, his defense, he didn't play no D. I'm like, cuz, come on, man. So it was interesting to see that though. I want everybody to go check that out. The NBA Stories 20-year anniversary. They was talking about and how the summer league is prepped and how, you know what I'm saying, they didn't got it ready. How they put it in Vegas. They said, yeah, we're gonna create this summer league. We're gonna have it in Vegas. We're gonna do this. It was like an AAU thing. I was just like, bro, the NBA is so phony as hell. Like they put all of these things together, and that just made me think on how they did the bubble. The bubble was done a similar way. They already had all that stuff in their back pocket already for this moment. That stuff wasn't nothing that was made up on the fly. That stuff was already in their back pocket. So we gotta, you know what I'm saying? Y'all gotta understand these certain things about here. But that was crazy though. That was crazy. And now it's so hard to say goodbye to yesterday. And if I go, niggas is crazy about here, cuz. You gotta hit niggas with the boys to men, cuz. These motherfuckers is trash. Y'all up out here really thought Dallas was gonna do something, bro. I told everybody, blood, Dallas is not that good, cuz. They just got two great offensive players. That's it. I guarantee you if they had DeJounte Murray, though, they'd be better because DeJounte Murray can guard. So we got to pay attention to that. But now we still got to give Mr. Jerry West, Mr. Logo, legend, they got to give him his flowers. You know what I'm saying? Jerry West he's one of them dudes, man. great pioneer for the game. You know what I'm saying? And now this is solidifying the Clippers' chances of winning winning their first championship next year. They get their own stadium. They got the money to get whatever dude sign whoever they want to. I just don't know if James Harden and Paul George, what they're gonna do with those two guys. They're gonna have to make a decision. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna have to make a decision. So, but salute to all my people. Salute to all my people. I'm interested and intrigued to see, you know what I'm saying, how this thing goes with how this thing goes with Steph Curry and his Pops podcast. I'm interested to see the kind of conversations that's gonna be had. You know what I'm saying? And if they're gonna break down the game, kind of sort of how JJ Redick and LeBron do, and how Mark Jackson and Mark Jackson Jr. do. I want to see if we're gonna get a little bit of insight. You know what I'm saying, on some of the relationships that was developed throughout the years and some locker room stuff maybe. But just from a basketball fan, I just want it to be good dialogue. You know what I'm saying? Maybe there's a lot of correlations and similarities between, Dale Curry and his tenure in the NBA compared to Steph Curry. Some similarities as far as how relationships were built, how teams, you know what I'm saying, came together. You know what I'm saying? The Larry Johnson, Lonzo Mourning situation in Charlotte. Um, I'm intrigued to see how this podcast is gonna, you know what I'm saying, how it's gonna play out, how it's gonna work, you know what I'm saying, and what's gonna be the topic of discussion. So salute to Steph and his pops. I think that's great that they're doing that they're coming together, man. It's good for the game. It's good for the culture, and we're gonna look forward to that. But I don't. For the Warriors going into next season, I think that the Warriors can get back into the playoff situation. Maybe become. I think the Warriors can become a top 5 team, but I think one of the teams is gonna have to fall off though. See, one of these teams is gonna fall off. I don't know if that's gonna be Dallas. You know what I'm saying? Because I think Derrick Jones Jr. and PJ Washington might be up for contracts. So if you're gonna give these guys contracts, right, then you have to look at it from that perspective. If you're gonna give these guys these contracts, then sometimes, bro, their level of play and execution and focus and attention to detail, it's gonna drop a little bit. So that's something to keep your eyes on. You know what I'm saying? So if the Warriors creep back into the top 10 next year, I mean, you could best and reassure yourself that San Antonio might be somewhere in the mix. You know what I'm saying? Teetering along that 7, 8, 9, 10. Um, but I don't know about the Lakers. They might fall all the way off. Sacramento going to be somewhere back right there. New Orleans probably going to be somewhere back right there. But they need to figure out what they're going to do with and Brandon Ingram and Zion Williamson. So that's something to pay attention to. But the Warriors, I like the emergence of Jonathan Kuminga. Jonathan Kuminga should be an All-Star next year. Jonathan Kuminga should be an All-Star next year, and then the Warriors gonna have to come up off of Wiggins and Looney and figure that situation out. But I think that the emergence of with the emergence of Jonathan Kuminga, it's gonna really, really pay dividends next year for the Warriors. I'm not saying that they're gonna win it, but we should have Steph Curry and them back in a similar situation as far as just being in the playoffs, because the NBA needs the ratings, right? Minnesota, they should be back in the fold, a little bit more experience, you know what I'm saying, with their younger core, with the younger guys. So, and then OKC is one big man away. If they could get like a Dwight Howard or somebody kind of that's like Derek Lively Jr. and Daniel Gafford, that'd be huge for OKC because the only thing that they're really missing is an inside presence, somebody that can defend and rebound. That's it. So that's what it is, man, for me. But let me know what y'all think, man. You know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all hit them thumbs up. You feel me? I appreciate y'all. And you already know, as always, bro, you love, live life, smile, cry, laugh. Salute, man. Y'all have a blessed day. I'll tap in later on. Appreciate you.